Oh, it worked. All right, so hello everyone, it's Jamal Thomas. Welcome to the Progressive Soapbox. I hope this works. My stream has not been working with my stream hasn't been working, so I don't know how long this is gonna last. I'm standing at the bus station, East Delta, um, East Delta Travel. So there are three bus stations. I think there are two. East Delta is the one that takes you from Egypt to places like Taba. Um, Now, the reason we're going to Taba is because we're going to cross over into Israel. But the way to get from point A to point B was not necessarily the most straightforward in the world. There's another bus station. That bus station doesn't take you to Taba or Dahab. You would have to come to this one. So just be a heads up. What I want to talk about real quick before this thing dies on me, because I don't know how much memory I have left. Revolution. Revolution. So, lefties have this kind of glorious idea of revolution. The workers, the masses rise up and say, no more, no more. We are not taking it anymore. And we, as a collective, are going to make a choice. Something different, something decidedly different. It's not going to be this way anymore. We're going to do something fundamentally different than what was already here. Now, this took place here in Egypt, if you remember. All of the people in Tahrir Square, I have images of that. If wish I could push those images up, but nevertheless, I have images of Tahrir Square. Tahrir Square looks like the most normal thing in the world. I was standing there, I was like, is this Tahrir Square? Yes, this is Tahrir Square. Okay, most normal thing in the world. But several years ago, Mubarak apparently had been here for 30 years. And in being here for 30 years, whatever you want to think, he was a strong man, and to some degree wasn't supported by the states. Obama, during the time of the uprising, from my reading, he didn't necessarily take a full perspective of it, at least from the standpoint of supporting the people who wanted the revolution, in as much as the stability of a strong man. Now, that said, where are we now? So I was back here in 2008. When I was here in 2008, just from an economic standpoint, $1 was equal to 5 Egyptian pounds. Today, $1 is 17 Egyptian pounds. So the bang for your buck goes further than what your bang for your buck will go typically otherwise. Beyond the bang for your buck, going into the human element, I was talking to the people here. One of the things they noted, the guy said, yeah, man, it's chaos. You can't do anything in chaos. And not just can't do anything in chaos, he made this extra point of saying, you're starting from scratch the moment that the revolution stops. Now, from my perspective, there is no way in your right mind that you can say a man who's in power for 30 years is part of a republic or a government. Mubarak had been here as a military strongman. Sisi worked under Mubarak. So it's like a revolution, but the revolution ended up with a similar guy in there prior. Yeah, it was there prior. The guy made this point of saying, you can't do anything in chaos. And this was one guy, of course, so, maybe two guys, three. It was three. But all of them kind of had the same thought. Bruins, if you can chat. Is you or is you ain't lived done? I don't know what you're saying. Look, we have this glorious idea of revolution. It's how do you know that the guy or that you're going to end up, that certain forces and powers aren't necessarily going to take over in the same way they did typically. The Muslim Brotherhood, when they got elected, Morsi was the person who was elected. The way the guy explains to me, the people in this kind of glorious uprising wanted something different. Well, they got it. They got Muslim Brotherhood. Now, they were making a point of saying even walking down the street holding hands was a no-no. The Egyptians weren't going to tolerate that. No, it's not a secular society, but no, they're not doing shit like that either. And so Morsi was taken out in this grand upswell, again, of a secondary counter-revolution, in which case they put the same guy back in. Here's the catch. People wanted stability over choice. Think about that. That's fascinating, right? This is a human element thing. You know, the point was made, you couldn't even internet is sketch. I hear you, bro. They were making that you couldn't even like leave your wife or girlfriend at the counter to get something to eat because you wasn't necessarily sure about the chaos. This idea of the state falling apart. So the cops, that type of stuff. That stuff tends to fall by the wayside. That stuff tends to, for the most part, go away. They describe it as chaos, utter chaos. And between utter chaos and order, order was chosen. They chose order. It's fascinating. You can't stay with the female unless she's your wife. Yes, that's true. That's true. That was in our thing. When we got there was a note that says, "Please respect our, society and all this other stuff." That's it. There was a woman. There was. I got 2 massages here, from some of the women here, and the hammam. There's a hammam. They have hammams. Egypt was good. The bartering thing becomes a bit much when you're fighting for tooth and nail to try to barter, and it's somewhat aggravating when you're like, dude, just give me a fair price. I'm going to give you more than what you think is a fair price anyway. Just give me a fair price. Don't fuck me. That type of stuff. But I'll say it like this. In having one of the conversations one day, the guy said, "Don't judge us too harshly." And he's right. His point was, you're in a situation where you're struggling constantly. And in struggling constantly, somebody comes that is in a more economically dominant position, and you see that person in an economically dominant position. You know the guy's in an economically dominant position. You got a wife to feed, a kid to feed. Fuck, you might have like 4 kids to feed. And it's, how do I do? What do I do? We're robots, man. Morality is emergent. And the fact is, you are a Plinko chip. Meaning you could have just as well been that guy who's in that desperate situation based on, this religious ideals and everything else. But that guy, you could have been that guy, that exact same guy. Jamal Dor was talking about you in stream today. He mentioned something about you not being able to get back. No. Nobody's stuck. Nobody's stuck. No, I don't know where that came from. No, hell no, 1,000 times no. No, we're on our way now from Egypt to Israel. We're not stuck anywhere. We jumped into the country. We're good. We gut the amount that we had to pay for rent for 3 months by living there with my mom. The money that we saved from that, we bought the airplane ticket to and fro. Bernie and Gillen, you trolling? Okay. You freak people out. Because I've had multiple people say, "Dude, are you okay? Dude, are you okay?" And it's like, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? All right, I'm going to end this here. Look, lefties have this idea of a revolution. That's all I'm saying. And it's glorious, it's emancipatory, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the person who's going to take over or the forces that are going to take over are going to be what you think they are, and not just what you think they are. It may be a situation of something overall. We're standing somewhere where they tried to change it and overhaul it. And to some degree, it was a literal revolution, meaning going back to some degree where we started. So, is what it is. All right, I'm going to end this here because this thing is getting a little dicey. But I said the progressive force revoked your passport when you fled the country after not paying. Oh, that's funny. Revolution is very risky business. Yes, it is, Trudy. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You don't necessarily know if you're going to get what you pay, what you guys shoot for. Because understand, and one last point. people may want change. Don't misunderstand me. But at the same token, if it's chaos, people aren't insane for wanting order over chaos. So you think of it from the standpoint of the capitalistic system where all of this money is being expropriated to the top. Yes, that needs to change. Glorious mass uprising. Chaos. Are people insane for saying, I'm done? All right, heading out. Gotta go, guys. Bye-bye.